Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Inside Tulsa Athletics. We have a great show for you today. We'll have 5 of our girls basketball coaches, 3 of our head football coaches, and we have the president of the Legends Foundation, Kathy Barkley. Come back now. Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and we have a return of our head coach from Central, Kip Shaw. And Kip, the Braves had a couple of tough weeks, but we're looking forward to the next 2 weeks too.
We played a couple really tough teams in Broken Bow and Poto. They were there's a reason they're ranked high in the state right now. They're 2 tough opponents, and just shows where our program's trying to get to, and we still have a little ways to go.
You know, those kind of games are always good news and the bad news. And the bad news, you had to play them, but the good news is you can gauge where you are with your football team based on what those teams have done.
And that's what was important. Naturally you want to win, but when you go back and you evaluate things, you want to see the mistakes that were caused. To play 2 tough opponents like that, and we can't play inconsistent like we did. We're so up and down. You have to play your best game, your A game. And we didn't do that, and the result is what the result is.
Mm-hmm, sure. Well, as we look forward to, you have Stillwell coming up in Fort Gibson and then Salisaw, so your season's in your hands.
It really is, and it's been a long time since we've been in this position. We take care of what we're supposed to take care of. We'll get into the playoffs, and I think something like that will be great for a program like us. A lot of our kids hadn't tasted that experience before, and it'll be the opportunity for them to, kind of take their own destiny in their hands.
Boy, that'd be great if you could host a home playoff game, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be exciting. It'd be really exciting. It's something that my understanding is hadn't happened at Central High School in a long time.
Long time, and I tell you, there's nothing like playoff activities. I don't care what it is, what sport it is. When you get to the playoffs, the intensity level is just that much more, and have that feeling you have around the school, not just the student athletes, but the students feel about going to the playoff.
Exactly right, and that's something they can kind of hang their hat on, stick their chest out, and be proud that they've worked hard this season and earned the right to get to the playoffs. I tell my kids all the time, they have earned this. They earned that 5-0 record. And they should be excited about that.
Exactly. Well, and I think another thing that is kind of exciting is the future of football with the stadium and so on. So we've started that conversation. We met with Eli and with Jason 2 weeks ago, and we'll start some design projects in November, and it takes over a year to get one built, but just the opportunity to look forward, I think will help the program.
I really do too. It's an exciting time over there. You can just see the whole culture changing in the school itself and everything that's happening. It's changed so much. Me being from West Virginia and coming here and seeing the school the first day I walked in and seeing it now. It's just amazing what's happened and what's transforming at Central High School.
You're really right. I've been here, 8 years in February. And so, we've been through 4 football coaches, I think, at Central. But the transition from what the expectation was then and what it is now is totally different in all the programs. I think the kids look at the opportunity to be able to participate at the next level.
I agree, and that starts with Mr. Gilley, our principal, and Coach Browns came in and done a wonderful job. Like you said, the level of expectation has been raised over there, and our kids understand that there's an opportunity for life beyond high school, whether it's college, sports, trade school, whatever. But to see them flourish at the next level is what's important.
Oh, it sure is. One of the other jobs you have is being the dean. How does that work with being the football coach?
It gets a little tough sometimes. There's a little bit of run over, but I think it allows me to, it's easy for me to have a relationship with the kids who aren't my athletes, so to speak. They kind of see how my athletes are, and we try and set the example. It really, honestly, makes my job easier. It really does.
I think so. I think when you had that interaction with the student body, I know when I was the head football coach at McAllister, they put me in 3 study halls. And I finally told them, I said, I want to teach a class. I want to see the regular kids, who are not being sent to study hall, because I think you had that interaction to sell your program to the kids. And I think, the athletics, whether people like it or not, spills over in the entire culture of the school. I think it's important.
It really does.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll have Brad Caleb, who's the head football coach at Booker T. Washington.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart. But you can recycle this milk jug. You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard, plastic bottles and jugs,
glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out TulsaRecycles.com.
SNU is proud to announce our Masters in Sport Management and Administration coming to Tulsa in February 2020. Whether your dream is to be a head coach, an athletic director, or working in professional sport, SNU's Masters in Sport Management provides you with the tools you need to achieve your dreams. This 20-month program will meet on Wednesday nights at our Tulsa campus. Take your love for sport to the next level. Visit us online at pgs.snu.edu.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. We have Brad Caleb, the head football coach and athletic director at Booker T. Washington. Brad, we've kind of been on a little string here to win a few, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty nice. Our kids are kind of playing pretty well now, and so I'm kind of proud of what the progress we're having right now. So, you couldn't complain as a coach right now. Anytime you get a district win, it's always a good thing.
Winning district's it's all about.
Yes, it is.
And you got a big district game coming up with Muskogee.
Yeah, Muskogee. Yeah, they ranked number 3, I believe, last week and got upset. But like we talked earlier, anytime you go down to the Indian Bowl, it could. I mean, you don't know what type of team you're going to face there, and so we just got to be ready for that. But it should be a good game. They match up very well with us as far as speed and talent, and their front row defensive linemen are huge, and they have speed at the receiver and the quarterback. So we're gonna have to. We've got a hands full, so we got to play very well.
They kind of put it together this year a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah,
Are they 6-1 now?
Yeah, they are, and they were young last year, kind of like I'm young this year, but they got a year up underneath their belt, and coach is doing a good job over there.
Well, they like to run offensively.
Offensively, they like to run the spread, the bubbles. Of course, you have the type of speed you can do that. They main player is a running back. He can. I mean, he's fast, he's agile, and they use him as far as the tailback, and they run the screen with him and stuff. So we really got to shut him down first, and then the quarterback. So we can shut those two down. We got a chance to kind of win the game.
But then offensively, how are we going to take
offensively? We just got to. I think they have a matchup problem with JJ, and we having Jaden Tiggs coming back, number 1 who has a concussion, and so they will have a matchup problem with us. Our running back, Jalen Carroll, is playing outstanding. I mean, he's a freshman, so. And then you got to contain our quarterback, who's probably the fastest guy in the state. So they have some matchup problems, and what we got to do, we just got to still eliminate mistakes. Which I think 2 weeks ago we had 140 yards in penalties, and this week we had 160, and so it's not any better. So we got to eliminate that, and that's just we're young and we're talented, but we're young and still making those type of mistakes, and we got to clean it up.
You are young. Are you talking about a freshman running back, and what classification is your quarterback?
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah. So 2 really important positions are underclassmen.
Yeah, they are, and like they playing very well, and so if we can kind of get our running game, and I think if we can kind of get a quick start on them, I think we have a chance to kind of pull it out over there.
It'd be good to get ahead when you're in the Indian Bowl.
Yes.
You don't want to be behind.
You don't want to be behind or close, or it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, as you get into the season here, you've got Muskogee, and then after that Ponca City, and then you end up with Sand Springs, I think, at the end. So the district is right in front of you.
Yeah, it is. Like I told our kids, we're kind of in our own driving seat. We just gotta let's take one game at a time, and if we can win out, we'll have a home game the first round, and that's very important. And then hopefully the next two is a neutral site. So, but you always want to play that one at home to kind of get that home field advantage, and then after that, anything can happen.
You bet. Are you all well?
Yeah, very healthy. So I couldn't say that last year, but this year I can kind of say that. But we'll have everybody back this game, and hopefully we can kind of have an impact at the end of the bowl.
That'll be great. That'll be great. As you look in the future, you're going to have some student athletes that'll go on the next level.
We're going to have JJ Hester is going to Missouri, and Krishan Brown is committed to KU, and those are two terrific ball players, and they're going to be greatly missed. Krishan is playing very well. We moved him from DN to Mike Backer, and he is a headhunter.
Done it.
And
okay.
he's playing very well.
Excellent.
So.
Well, fantastic. Well, good luck this week against the
thank you.
Roughers. And when we come back, we'll have Tony Daniels, who is the head football coach at Edison High School.
Being an athlete at Booker T. Washington has taught me to carry myself with class as an athlete, student, and friend, and to have responsibility on and off the field.
Being an athlete at Memorial High School has taught me to be a better person, because when you play sports, attitude is the main thing you have to deal with. Not just your own, but other people's. It also teaches you to be the bigger person.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart, but you can recycle this milk jug. You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard, plastic bottles and jugs,
Glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out TulsaRecycles.com.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. And we have today with us the head football coach at Edison High School, Tony Daniels. Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Seems like you're going to be a regular on the show. Huh? Well, you keep winning. That's kind of
a good thing.
That's a good thing. Well, let's talk about you had a big win this past weekend.
Yep. We played Hale on Thursday night and won 50-8, and just one of those. I don't know if I really like the early games on Thursday, or I think on fall break it's always nice.
Yeah.
This was our second game that we played on a Thursday. It goes by real quick throughout the week, and Mondays turn into Tuesday practices. But
right.
It turned out well, and something that we always tell the kids: let's find a way just to be 1-0 for that week.
Exactly. We had a lot of discussion because prior to your game, we had a noon game with Memorial and Claremore. And boy, we had rave reviews from the media and everybody about, even the teams really liked it. And so I told Barry Lewis from the Tulsa World, I said, next year we might look at having 3 games, play 11, 3, and 7, and it does give the kiddos an opportunity to have an extra day off and heal up a little bit and get away from school for a day. But well, as you go into this season now, you got McAllister up next, and then Durant after that. So the district is right here on you.
It is. Last 3 games, and just like, even last week, with it being a short week, we keep telling our kids, each game that we play from here on out, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And going down to McAllister, it's going to be their homecoming, and Coach Mazey kind of has them rocking and rolling over there, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. And
always is when you go into Jeff Lee Stadium.
I
spent 2 years there coaching, and it's kind of special for those folks to come into that stadium. So what do you look at with the McAllister? What do they run offensively?
I believe they run in like the Tony Franklin system. So they're a lot of spread. They'll a lot of quick game. They'll try and take their shots here and now, on deep passes. But they have a quarterback who's been playing the last couple of years, who does really good at the quarterback read game, power game, stretch, sweep, and they like to get the ball in his hands and set other things up, stretch passes, sweep passes, just to kind of get you flowing hard over the top to get those safeties down, in the box to allow them to be able to throw the shot over,
have good speed.
over top. They do. They have some pretty good speed. They have some. They run hard. They have some really good. I mean, it looks like a couple of times one kid falls down, going out for the pass and gets up and just makes a miraculous catch there in the end zone and just does a phenomenal job. But they just have it going at the right time. Their offense is starting to click. The defense flies around. They play hard.
Your defense has played pretty well this year.
They have. I've been excited with that. It's kind of one of those things. Being a head coach, you're kind of in charge of all three phases of the game. But I've kind of stepped over and helped a little bit more on the defensive side. Coach Irvin has done a great job on for us on the defensive side. Coach Mans, Coach Warren, Coach Whitfield that just graduated from TU. Coach Noble. I mean, we have a great resources over there on the defensive side, and those kids are buying in and playing and doing what we're asking them to do.
What offensively do you plan to do this week?
I think coming out, anytime you have 28 in the backfield, Savion, you always look good. He makes you look good. But also at the same time, our offensive line have been doing a really good job up front. And, pretty much trying to get Savion in open space. I think that's going to be beneficial. But that's kind of a game, game by game that we've been doing already. Quarterback Rajon Green has been doing a really good job being able to delegate the football, throwing the ball just a little bit here and there, what we need, and also being able to run the football. So just kind of look for the same stuff we've been doing.
So pretty balanced in running, passing, and that type of thing, and especially running.
Right, especially running. Yes.
Well, as we roll down here, we got to look at the playoffs. We got about 30 seconds here, but you're anywhere from hosting to being in, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're 4-0 right now, so we have it just kind of lays on us right now,
right.
And we go out and we take care of business, and first time since '92 that we have a chance to go win district.
Well, wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
I think that would be fantastic. Well, Tony, thanks for coming. Good luck this week and the rest of the season. And coming up next, we'll have James Asbury, the new head girls basketball coach at Memorial High School.
I love Will Rogers Athletics because it helped me physically, spiritually, and emotionally through all the journeys I've been through at that school. All of the support staff helped me a lot, and it's just an amazing school.
Athletics at Will Rogers changed my life because it became a second family. With the support of my coaches and teammates, it's helped me gain confidence, work as a team, and will help me in college and in life.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics. We have the head girls basketball coach, the new head girls basketball coach at Memorial, James Asbury. And James, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, Coach Cloud.
How's everything going with your transition to Memorial?
Oh, everything's going fine right now, and the girls are really working hard. I'm just glad to be back into coaching and glad to be back coaching girls basketball. Love it, and just glad to be a part of TPS basketball.
Well, you've had some daughters that have been pretty good in girls basketball.
Yes, I have. I've had all four of my daughters have played at TPS basketball, and they played at Webster High School, and I had one that graduated at East Central who's now playing at Oklahoma State.
So you've been around this girls basketball for a long time.
Oh, a long time, and I love it too, Coach.
Well, tell me how things are going at Memorial.
Well, we started in the summer. Got a good group of girls that came out in the summer. Since school has started, we have about anywhere from 20 to 25 girls. We've scheduled all our
scrimmages.
We've scheduled all our scrimmages, and we got the schedule finalized, and we're looking forward to getting started.
Well, that's great. So have you been to a scrimmage?
No, our first scrimmage is November 5th. We scrimmage against Muskogee at Memorial.
I see. Okay. And of course, out of a scrimmage, you want to find what?
For out of scrimmage is effort. First thing, the main thing is effort to me. And I also want to know if the girls have learned what we've been doing since the summertime.
I see. So as we look at the season. You come up, you open in November, I guess.
Yes, we open November 27th with, November 22nd with Tulsa Hale.
Okay, so and Wes Hamilton was just on the show earlier today, so you know that the Hale Rangerettes will be ready.
Yes.
And who are some of your young ladies that have so far in preseason practice stood out to you?
Oh man, we got about 3 or 4 girls that have really showed up and are working really hard. Michaela Blakely, she's going to run point guard this year for us. Shavari Pomeroy is going to be our 2 guard, very athletic. Miracle Lockhart was a freshman at Memorial last year. She's a sophomore this year. I'm really looking forward to her and big dividends for us this season.
Well, that's great. As you look into the Green Country Conference, who do you think are going to be the contenders?
Oh man, Green Country Conference is going to be stiff this year. I believe East Central is going to be really good. East Central brings back everyone. I think East Central have about 8 or 9 seniors that made it to state with a lot of state experience. This group of girls also have a championship ring. They were freshmen when East Central won a state championship. Also Rogers is going to have a really good team. I believe they bring back all the girls besides one. Edison have a good crop of girls, really good point guard.
Well, I tell you, so every Tuesday and Friday is going to be a battle.
Oh yeah, it's exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Yes.
can't wait to get them started. So your next scrimmage is in November, and then do you have more scrimmages before that?
Yes, we'll scrimmage November 5th, and then we'll go Saturday. We will scrimmage in Lincoln Christian scrimmage, and then we come back the following Tuesday, and we're going to scrimmage Booker T and Claremore in a 3-way scrimmage.
Okay, so you'll pretty well know where you stand getting ready to start the season.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So you've got 25 girls in the program. Is that number up?
Yes. When I got there last year, the first thing I did is I got in the halls and I asked teachers to send me players, talked to the principal, talked to the athletic director, and they announced it on the intercom about tryouts. And when we got back, when school started, I did the same thing again, and a lot of girls came out. They're excited about girls basketball at Memorial High School right now.
That's super.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we appreciate you because you have another full-time job.
Yes, I do.
You work for the county sheriff's office, and for all of our coaches that we have that are adjunct that sacrifice sometimes that time at home and other things to be there, we really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Yes.
James, it's sometimes a thankless situation, and when you're law enforcement, sometimes that's a thankless situation too. But we appreciate what you do in that area as well.
Well, thank you, Coach Cloud.
When we come back, we'll be back with Larry Owens, who is the new head girls coach at Webster High School.
Athletics is so important at Tulsa Central because it's an outlet for some of our kids there. They get a better opportunity to basically give back to our community.
At McLean, the sports is what mainly drives a bunch of the students to come to school every single day and work hard because they want to be able to come from the classroom to the field or the court and show what they're good at.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart, but you can recycle this milk jug. You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard, plastic bottles and jugs,
Glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out TulsaRecycles.com.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and now we have Larry Owens, the new head girls basketball coach at Daniel Webster High School. Welcome to the show, Larry.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Coach, you've been in preseason practice now, can start October 1st. What are your thoughts about the coming year for Webster girls basketball?
My expectations for myself and for the girls, having a young group, a strong young freshman group coming up. This whole stigma of the West Side, the Webster Warriors, that, we aren't good. So I want to put that in their minds that, we are good, we're young, and we're hungry.
You have had practice, and of course we just got out of fall break, which is always kind of interesting. And so on. But you have scrimmages coming up?
Yes, we have one November 1st against Summit Christian.
Okay, and where will that be? Will it be here?
It'll be here at Webster.
Yeah,
yes.
Good. What time is that?
At 3.
3 o'clock. So somebody wants to come take a look at the Webster Girl program at 3 o'clock?
Oh yeah, come check us out. We're young and hungry.
What? Give me some names of some players that you think might really fill the bill for you.
Tatiana Pryor and Ernie Pritchard, Anthony Pritchard's sister, youngest sister, freshman, yes.
Yeah. She has some athletic ability, I think.
Yes, shooter. I tell Anthony she might be a better shooter than him.
Oh, really?
Yes, and little Tatiana, she's a good point guard. Martwan and Tata's sister.
Who, you look at the Green Country Conference, it's a pretty tough conference every night, boys and girls. And so as you look at that, where do you see Webster placing, you think, toward the end of the year?
I'll be honest with you. We're going to be a tough team to beat. We're going to be a tough team to beat. It's up to me to get my girls ready and prepared for each and every night. And as long as they buy into the system I'm running, we're going to be a tough team. And I think we're going to be, if not in the middle, towards the top.
Well, young kids have a tendency to get better as the year goes along.
Yes.
And everything. Well, tell us a little bit about your program. What do you want to achieve, and what's your expectations of your young ladies that you have in your program?
Achieve whatever they put their minds to. I'm not going to hold them to a higher goal. I just hope that they can compete every night and then build something on their own with me guiding them. So we come out and we have 3 wins. So be it next season, we'll go out and try to go for 4. But right now, I just hope that they come out guns blazing and compete each and every night. And then that way, during the middle of the season, we can have higher goals.
Well, it always is interesting when you come into a brand new program, like with a new coach, and where there hasn't been a lot of winning in the past. How do you change that culture? How do you get those kids to think that they can be successful?
Starts from day one. Got to change their mindset. If they don't show up to practice, you got to let them know you mean business. And if you got to run them for 2 days, make them run. Just starts from day one. You just got to be on them, help them understand your system, and they buy in. And as Coach Bowman here told me, I've coaching on him, all I need is 5. So
exactly.
I find 5 girls that wants to compete, and that's all I need.
When I was coaching, that's what I used to tell them. I said, I know one thing. Either with us or without us.
Yes.
Come Friday night at 8 o'clock, we're going to tee up with 11 kids on the field.
Yes.
Hopefully, maybe you want to be one of those 11, but that's up to you.
Yes.
It's not up to me.
Oh, yes.
That's what I always feel like about our coaching is that the student athletes, basically, we're going to have good coaches. That's my job, and I'm going to make sure that we have good coaches in place. It's up to the student athlete to accept that coaching.
Yes.
That's the key, and the discipline and everything else that goes in the program. So as you look at Webster, how do you feel about being on this coaching staff here at Webster?
I feel good. I got a good coaching staff. They support me really good, and my wife here helps me. She keeps me calm. Tendencies to get frustrated, but she brings me back to earth, and I feel good about my coaching staff in this season.
I think that's something that's always important, is to have that good support at home.
Yes.
You got to have that.
Yes.
And, some people have asked me how many jobs you had, and I said I've had 2 at 11 different places. I got a good wife, that has been moved with me all those times. But we'll certainly look forward to having you back when we get into the season and talk about your success and everything. And when we come back, we're going to have Rabu Leyva, the head basketball coach for girls at Booker T. Washington.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart, but you can recycle this milk jug. You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard, plastic bottles and jugs,
glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out TulsaRecycles.com.
SNU is proud to announce our Masters in Sport Management and Administration coming to Tulsa in February 2020. Whether your dream is to be a head coach, an athletic director, or working in professional sport, SNU's Masters in Sport Management provides you with the tools you need to achieve your dreams. This 20-month program will meet on Wednesday nights at our Tulsa campus. Take your love for sport to the next level. Visit us online at pgs.snu.edu.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics as we welcome aboard Rabu Leyva, the head girls basketball coach at BTW. And Rabu, well, I tell you what, how do you follow up the 2 years you've been there? Had pretty good success.
Yeah, it's a great program, and Ned Kennedy laid such a great foundation. My desire has always been to try to build on that, and the kids show up, they work hard, they want to be better. So any pressure is the right kind of pressure, I believe.
You bet. Well, the expectation is there. There's no question about that.
Yes.
So you've started practice.
Yes.
Preseason practice.
Mhm.
You've had a scrimmage. What do you think?
We got a chance to be good because the girls, they're willing to defend, and that never goes out of style. You know, shooting come and go, but defense, we lay our hat on. So we showed in the first scrimmage, we're going to pick you up full court. The girls buy into that. They believe in that. And then what it allows us to do as coaches is nobody can play the full game playing 94 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go 8, 9, 10 deep. So it makes practices better because now 8, 9, 10 know, hey, I'm getting in the game.
I'm going to play.
11 and 12, you just 1 or 2 players away. So
right.
it makes practices so much more competitive.
I bet. That is, when you can platoon like that and have them coming and going, everybody knows I got a shot. So as you go into this season in a tough conference,
yes,
every Tuesday, Friday is going to be tough. Who do you look at to be your biggest opponent in the Frontier Conference?
Well, like you said, it's such a good conference, top to bottom. Anybody could win the conference almost every year. Jinx brings back a strong nucleus. I think 4 out of 5 starters. They'll be good. Darlene and Sepulpa always does a good job. Coach Redmond, Union, they went to state last year.
Right.
I know he wants to continue that tradition of going back to state. So I think those 3 teams will be good. But I don't want to discount, Bixby. Anybody else. Muskogee will be up and coming. Coach Berry, TPS product is now down there coaching the girls. So night in and night out, we've got to be ready to play.
Well, actually, Coach Berry's moved
to Muskogee, though. Oh, no, he's a Sand
Springs.
Sand Springs, yes. My bad, Josh. My bad, yes. That's Sand Springs.
And of course, Owassa's had success as well at the state level. So, and Bartlesville.
And Bartlesville, yes.
So, everybody in there, you can mention them all, like you said.
Yeah, I don't want to discount anybody.
Well, you can't because every week is going to be a championship week in the Frontier Conference. Great conference. So who are some of your girls that you're going to look forward to this year as being your leaders?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. We bring back all 5 of our starters from last year. So Yvette Mayberry, she's going to ORU, already committed. Great player, great tradition at Booker T, and obviously with the league at Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Honesty Smith, up-and-coming sophomore, was a freshman last year, played a lot of minutes for us. Kerrigan Hill, also a sophomore, hit the game-winning shot against Shawnee last year to give us a regional title. Great time there. Muffin Reed is probably going to go to HBU, so another Division I signee. Cy Johnson played a lot for us as a freshman and as a sophomore. So she's had, 1 state with us as a freshman. Sophomore year, played a lot of good minutes. And so as a junior now, we expect big things out of her. So all 5 of those played a ton for us last year and will play a ton for us this year.
So you got a couple of 300-classmen with those seniors.
Yes. So like I said, at Booker T, every year there's good talent coming up that really going to help us be the pride of the Great Southwest.
Well, you are in the scrimmage season now.
Yes.
How does your first scrimmage go?
It was at Rogers. It went well. Like I said, the scrimmage thing, what I'm always looking for is, are girls committed to playing defense, and can we hold them accountable to the details when the ref calls a foul, figure out what are you not doing well that you can translate to the season. You put your hands on too much. Okay, let's learn from that. Or you want to take a charge, but you were late. Your read was good, but your body was late. So those are the kind of things we're looking for. And then on the offensive end, just play unselfish because we have so much talent. Pass up a good shot or a great shot. Throw it down low if your post players asking for it. Those kind of details.
Well, when do you open?
December 10th against Jinx at Jinx.
Oh, December 10th is a late open this year.
It is in the Frontier Conference. In our conference, our old conference, we'd always kind of go Thanksgiving-ish time frame. But in this conference, I think because of football maybe, they usually start in December.
Well, that gives you some time.
It gives you some time.
Now you've got some more scrimmages, I'm sure.
Yes. We have one at our place coming up this Saturday at Booker T. So we have multiple teams coming in, just again, trying to get better. And then we go to Texas the following weekend. And that super scrimmage, a lot of good teams from Oklahoma,
Oh,
Texas are all
yeah.
going to play there. So again, that's a chance for us just to see where we're at.
That'd be fantastic.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And when we come back, we're going to have Wes Hamilton, who is the head girls basketball coach at Nathan Hale High School. Stay tuned.
Being an athlete at Nathan Hale means that you have to be consistent, outgoing, and be dedicated because students at Nathan Hale look up to the football team.
Being an athlete at Nathan Hale has taught me to be confident and disciplined and always to be open-minded and always ready to work with people no matter how difficult it is.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart, but you can recycle this milk jug. You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard, plastic bottles and jugs,
Glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out TulsaRecycles.com.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and we welcome now the head girls basketball coach from Nathan Hale High School, Wes Hamilton. Wes, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Good to be here.
Well, we got basketball started.
Yes.
Everybody starts October 1st, so we've been into it about 2 weeks now. What do you think?
I think we're going to be ready. I think we're going to be able to go out and compete a little bit more this year.
How's your numbers?
Grade check has already hit us, so they're kind of dwindling down. Hopefully, I'll be able to carry 16 kids throughout the year because we started out with about 34, but grade checks has really. But if you had at this point, if you have an F, then I'm going to keep working with you. If you have more than 2 Fs, then you're pretty much done.
I see. I understand. All right, so you've got your preseason practice underway, and you've had your first big weekend scrimmage. How'd that go?
It went for what we have. We went pretty good. I thought we could have done better against Muskogee. They came out a little pressed, same press that we've been working on, and we've worked some good press breakers. But we just need to. It gives us a chance to know that we got to go back and continue to work beating the press. That's been our weakness so far.
I think that's one of the things that the preseason scrimmage always gives you that opportunity to go get somebody else. And when you go against yourself every day, you can't get that evaluation that you need. So
game speed.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when's your next scrimmage up?
We'll be scrimmaging on the 29th up at Nathan Hale. We've got Holland Hall coming in and one other team, and so we'll get a chance to get some work in. And I'll tell you what, these scrimmages are so important because it does give an opportunity to measure where we are and to figure out how we can get better in the areas that we're the weakest.
I see. So when do you open?
We opened the 22nd of November. We'll have Memorial, and they've got a great coach that just come in this year that I've known throughout the year. So I know he's got a couple of good athletes, but I think we're going to go out and be able to compete with them. I think we're going to have an opportunity. I think I could beat them still.
And both teams are still in a rebuilding phase, I would think. And James is on the show today, as a matter of fact.
Yes, good man.
He'll be
good
with
coach.
us as well. And so, who are some of your kids that you think might stand out for you this year?
Well, we have Quincy Edwards that right now is running the point for us, and we have a young lady named Lyric Owens is playing in the post. She's her second year ever playing, but she's come a long ways. And then we have a young lady named Michaela Smith, and I think Valerie James will also. I think we're returning 4 kids that started last year, and they're getting a whole lot better because my first year with them, they just needed fundamentals, and we've been working fundamentals diligently for the last 2 years.
I see.
Yes.
Well, great. Well, so you got the 4 starters coming back.
4 starters.
So they've got that game experience, which will be good.
They got a year experience that I know about.
Well, and the Green Country Conference is pretty tough too.
Yeah, well, we got some good teams. I mean, East Central, Rogers. I mean, we got some teams. I know Memorial's going to be pretty decent, and we got Bishop Kelly. We'll have them a couple of times. So we're going to have an opportunity. But if we go out and compete, win or lose, as long as we go out and compete and have discipline on the floor and continue to learn the game. I say next year will probably be that year that we really make a statement.
What tournaments do you go to?
We'll be going to Durant. It's actually going to be our first 3-day tournament. They'll get to stay overnight, and then we'll also go to what's the name of that school? Anyway, we took 3 tournaments this year, and there's a little kid, Ulaga. We're going to be going down to Ulaga. I'm looking forward to getting in their tournament. They have a young man that I got a chance to work with throughout the years that plays. That's going to be a senior over there, and so we'll get a chance to go out there and play against them, and look forward to that. So
well, I know our 4A schools usually end up out there for an area tournament.
Right.
We go out. Mick and I go out to that every year, and they're great hosts. That'll be a great tournament.
Yeah, good food
over there. Good food, very good food. Yes, we always get there about noon. It's all in scheduling.
Right. That's when the food comes in.
Well, we certainly are glad that you're here on Inside Tulsa Athletics, and wish you good luck this year as we get ready to go. And so when we come back, we're going to have Carlin Adkism, who's the head girls basketball coach of the Will Rogers Lady Ropers.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart, but you can recycle this milk jug.
You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard,
Plastic bottles and jugs.
Glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out tulsarecycles.com.
Being an athlete at Edison High School has taught me to work as a team rather than as an individual. Whenever you're on a team, you have a special bond with each other. You know you can rely on them in a time of need, whether on or off the court. Whether it be a shoulder to cry on or advice on how you can improve, you know your team will always be there for you.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and now we have the head girls basketball coach at Will Rogers High School, Carlin Adkism. Carlin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice
my gosh, what, 4 years now as the head coach? 5?
5.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, 5.
And boy, so close last year.
It was a tough one. Yeah, getting that far and losing by 2. You rather lose by 15 to 20 instead of 2, but it was a good experience for the club and able to reach those goals that we wanted to reach. But unfortunately, we came up short, so we got to
But you have a number of those kids back.
Yes, we only lost 1 starter, and 4 seniors, 1 starter, so we have a good group coming back, and hopefully we can get back to that, the same spot and have a chance at it at the end.
Great. Well, preseason practice obviously started on October 1st, and
right.
What do you think so far?
Girls working hard. We had a good summer, good camps we went to, and I think they're working hard. We have some good leadership in our 4 seniors that we have, and I think we're heading in the right direction this year.
Had a good scrimmage this weekend?
Oh, yes. All 10 teams showed up. Great scrimmages. I think everybody got a good look for what their team's going to be, like this year, and hopefully everybody got a, just head in the right direction on their end, and I think we had a good scrimmage.
Good. I think it's always good to get to, you can find out a little bit, get
right about each other, right? Yeah.
See what you really look like.
Right.
What do you anticipate in the Green Country this year? It's going to be a tough conference as always.
Always. We East Central and Edison, and it just goes down the list. I think every team is pretty much young, except us and East Central, and I think they're ready to fight for that top spot. And each night you got to come with your A game. Yeah.
Who are some of your outstanding players?
Like I said, my seniors, I got 4 seniors in there, and they pretty much been starting since their freshman year. So we have Nakia Cullum, Notori Graham, Dejanay Floyd, and Devin Wright. And like I said, they're experienced and they've been there before. They're leading the group pretty well this year.
Good. And you got a great place to play.
Yeah, nice place, nice
The
facility.
Nice place,
yeah, it is. And a lot of people when they show up, they want to scrimmage there, come there because it's we host regionals there sometimes, so it's just
state tournament.
State tournament teams be there. Yeah, right. So.
Well, as you get ready to get into the season now, you have more scrimmages scheduled.
Oh yes. We go back to Booker T this weekend. Over there, Coach Leyva does a good job of holding a good scrimmage each year, and also we go going to do a Sand Spring scrimmage later on this week. So we have some more scrimmages lined up to get ready for November 22nd.
Good.
Yeah, definitely.
Who do you play on the 22nd?
Central. We got to go to Central. So
I
we travel for our first 5 games this year. So
oh, really?
Yeah, we're on the road. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, we're traveling.
You'll see Coach Glover over at Central.
Right.
He'll be ready for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of excitement around Rogers right now about the addition to a stadium.
Oh yeah. We've been looking forward for that stadium for a while now. It's great that we're going to have one now. We get more, hopefully, we get more kids that want to come. They see a new stadium being built, and I think it's going to help all sports, not just football. I think it'll be a good thing for.
I do too. I think anytime you have something positive like that going on in school, and Rogers has continued to grow every year.
Definitely, and the community starts to come back and see something that's positive going on at the stadium, and I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's fantastic.
Yes.
Well, as you get ready to get this season underway, obviously your goal would be to return to state tournament, I guess.
Oh, definitely. I think we'll be at that top spot fighting for that gold ball, and that's what we got our eye on, and throughout the whole summer, that's what we've been preaching. But it's not, you can't take it for granted. Just because you got there last year doesn't mean you're going to get there this year. Each season is different, but again, that's our top goal.
You got to play every game.
Play every game.
Every Tuesday and Friday.
There you go, every Tuesday and Friday, right.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wish you really good luck as you go into this season. I know it was really exciting last year to watch the Ropers go all the way to the Baby Center.
Right.
That's really a key thing, I think, for basketball, and a great thing for Tulsa that the 5 and 6A is always right here in this area. I think that is good for our kids that participate, and we're always excited about helping the OSSA if we can. And Rogers has been a great host. You and Coach Winton and Coach Marquardt do a great job of hosting people there. I think it's fantastic. Well, when we come back, we'll have Kathy Barkley, the president of the Legends Foundation.
I am a high school student athlete, which means I'm still learning some of life's most important lessons.
I am learning how to persevere through difficult and challenging times.
And about determination and playing for my teammates.
I'm learning to respect my opponent.
Through participating in activities at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach.
With time, I won't remember the wins and losses.
But I will remember what I learned about how you acted towards my teammates,
opponents, officials, and other fans.
What lessons do you want me to learn?
Sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Do the right thing.
This message was brought to you by the Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association.
Welcome back to Inside Tulsa Athletics, and our final guest today is a special guest. Kathy Barkley is the president of the Legends Foundation. Welcome to Inside Tulsa Athletics.
Thank you, Gil. Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad that you're here, and you have an ominous new task that you've taken on. And let's talk a little bit about what was the purpose, and really how was this foundation put together?
Well, the purpose of the Legends Foundation was to provide supplemental funds to Tulsa Public Schools athletics in our 19 secondary schools. The additional funds that we will raise will be monitored, and we hope to distribute that throughout the system with oversight by you. And the foundation board was put together by 10 of the Hall of Fame selection committee members. And we've been intact this past year, and we're up and running and ready to go.
It's been one of those things that we talked about probably 18 months ago, and as everyone knows, it takes time to get through the IRS bureaucracy of being established. But it is now a 501c3 nonprofit corporation, which I think will make fundraising a lot easier for the foundation board as well as for the folks in our office as well. What do you think the advantages are of having the foundation to supplement the TPS budget?
Well, being a 501c3 allows us to be a tax-deductible organization. Your donation is tax-deductible, and that is a coup for us. When we go out in the community and talk to corporations and individuals, that is a good way for us to be raising our monies. We became a 501c3 back in April, and then we were approved by the Tulsa Public Schools Board of Education in June. So we're really happy to have that status, and we really think we can use that to our advantage to go out and raise the monies that we need for our kids in the Tulsa Public Schools athletics.
You know, we've talked about budget cuts and reshaping the district and so on in the past, and as you well know, over the past 3 years, we've cut $500,000 out of the athletic budget. We lost teams and we've lost coaches and coaching positions. How do you feel moving forward with this, the success you may have as a foundation?
Well, the success is endless, and the numbers that we hope to bring in can help offset this budget deficit. Again, you've had $500,000 cut in the last 4 years. Anticipation next year, I think, is $100,000. And it affects our kids, it affects our coaches. We need equipment, we have facility updates, we have improvements that we want to make, and we feel like the Legends Foundations can help fill that void out there with the budget crisis that we're in.
You know, I do too. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting when we started this discussion over 2 years ago,
right,
was how adamant our Hall of Fame committee was about making this work, that this was something that was very important to them because, as you know, a majority of the members, I think all but 2 on the committee, are inductees into the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of pride, I think, about the Tulsa Public Schools athletics. And when you stop and think, you know, this weekend I was watching the college football games on television, and Spencer Tillman is doing the play-by-play.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, that's one of our guys. You know, he's
Absolutely.
a Hall of Famer from Edison, and you know, we have them all over the country in roles such as that. And so, yeah, athletics is an important factor, I think, in developing young men and women across. And I think that's another thing that we really need to emphasize. Let's talk a little bit about Title IX and how that emphasizes what we do as far as fundraising.
Well, again, it's equality across the board, and we feel like the monies that we bring in to the corporation, they're going to be strictly monitored. They're put into a private account, and that account is monitored with the Hall of Fame board, which is the Legends Foundation, as well as oversight by you, Gil. And I know you constantly have coaches coming up to you, hey, coach, you know, I need this, I need that. So it will be strictly monitored. And again, the distribution among the girls' teams and the guys' teams, we will take a good look at that. And we're excited about the opportunity to help Tulsa Public Schools athletics out.
I think it is. It's important that people realize, you know, when we look at funding programs, we do use equity as one of the key notes in everything
Absolutely.
that we do across the board. And I think one of the things that we'll be looking at, frankly, we had this discussion this morning in a staff meeting. Does every school have to play every sport? And the answer to that question is no, if the interest is not there. And that's how every 4 years we do a Title IX survey with our schools as to what programs they might want to add or subtract and add back, you know, to have enough programs that fit the interest of the students, which is the thing that's important with Title IX. So, you know, as we move forward, I think this group will be very, very active in the community. There are 3 or 4 programs that you'll be sponsoring. Could you talk about those a little bit?
Well, we've got the Hall of Fame banquet, which will have around a dozen new inductees on Thursday, January 30th, and we will be at the Doubletree at Warren Place this year. And that is one of our fundraisers that we do, in addition to the golf tournament that's held every year in June over at LaFortune Park.
Yeah, and those are 2 big events, I think, that really assist the department. And, you know, the third event that we haven't quite gotten to yet, but we're still talking about, is the annual Tournament of Champions basketball tournament, which is held at the Mabee Center over the winter break, which is a huge fundraiser for the department. And but I really think with this group, our board, the executive committee, which has some very interesting people in Tulsa that people know and will relate to, is going to make it a lot easier for us to be able to tell our story about our kids. And I think the last thing that we would want to emphasize is that there are no administrative costs. 100% of the money that is raised will go to our kids.
Absolutely. And we also need to bring up the point that your monies can be earmarked for a specific school.
Correct.
So if you want to give $100,000 to Edison High School, to Booker T. Washington, yeah, you can go for that. If you want to give $10, you know, there's no money's too small, too big, but it can be earmarked for a specific school.
I think that's a great point, because we have some alumni that are out there that want to take care of their school, not concerned about the other
Absolutely.
8 or 9 schools in the district. Well, thank you so much for joining us today,
Always happy to
Kathy,
be
and
here.
it's exciting, and we'll be right back after these messages.
SNU is proud to announce our Masters in Sport Management and Administration coming to Tulsa in February 2020. Whether your dream is to be a head coach, an athletic director, or working in professional sport, SNU's Masters in Sport Management provides you with the tools you need to achieve your dreams. This 20-month program will meet on Wednesday nights at our Tulsa campus. Take your love for sport to the next level. Visit us online at pgs.snu.edu.
How was school today?
Mrs. Smith, what are you doing?
Recycling.
You can't put plastic bags in the blue recycling cart, but you can recycle this milk jug. You can recycle stuff from all over the house.
You can recycle this empty box.
What about these hangers?
Just aluminum and steel cans, paper and cardboard, plastic bottles and jugs,
Glass bottles and jars.
To learn more, check out tulsarecycles.com.
Hope you enjoyed this edition of Inside Tulsa Athletics. There's a lot of great things going on in the Tulsa public schools, and we want you to be a part of that. One of those things will happen on November 1st, and we invite you to join us as we do the groundbreaking for the new stadium at Will Rogers High School. That stadium was passed in the 2015 bond issue, and when it's constructed, it will be $4.5 million there on the campus at Will Rogers. These are positive times, and we have to be involved with positive times when we look at the reshaping of our district and looking at the budget. And some people will say, well, you've got that 4.5, why don't you spend that on the $20 million that you're down? Those are bond dollars, and those bond dollars have to be spent on what we promised we would do with our patrons. So come and join us on November 1st at 2 o'clock at Will Rogers High School. And come and join us anytime to watch our kids as they participate in interscholastic athletics here in the Tulsa Public Schools. We really need your support. They need your support. And we really appreciate everything that you've done for us over the years with passing the bond issues that have provided some of the best facilities in Northeast Oklahoma. So we'll see you next time when we have Inside Tulsa Athletics, where you can find out more about Tulsa athletics.